Okay, we're going into Mule Canyon here. There's some deer on the road up here in front of us. I don't know if we can... There's some deer on the road up here. They're kind of sitting here looking at us. Okay, we are at the trailhead to go to the house on fire. We're going to go down this way and make our way through this path that's kind of lined with juniper trees and stuff. And we're going to begin our first hike of the day. Just starting our hike. The trail's pretty flat and relatively easy up to this point. Kind of going through here. There's canyon on either side of us. Beautiful day to be out here.
So we're walking still along Mule Canyon. Pretty nice out here. Chilly.
Cold in the shade.
Now we're getting deeper into the canyon. The walls are getting taller. But the sun is gorgeous. Hitting the rocks just perfect. Now we got to keep going that way.
We are not at the house on fire yet, but this here is like a crazy little cliff dwelling that's, or something, it looks like maybe it's a granary or something. But it has the same sort of coloration in the rock and the overhang that kind of makes it almost look a little bit like flames. But yeah, this is actually pretty cool in here. We've arrived at the house on fire. We're waiting. The sun has to come up a little bit higher yet before we get those flame-looking things, but you can see the overhang here, where it has that detail in the stone that would make it look like there's flames coming out of the rock when the sun hits it just right. So back there's a little trail, I think, that goes around and maybe up a little bit on top of this. Not totally on top, but this is really pretty cool out here. Just know that the Ancestral Puebloans lived here. There's like 5 granaries up here along with the cliff dwelling. Okay, we're hiking back into this area alongside the cliff dwelling. We're waiting for the sun to illuminate the area that we need to see for the flaming effect. This is what it looks like back in here. Pretty interesting. Oh, that's the trail over there. And we're moving on that way. hiking back out of the canyon, back to the Jeep so we can move on to our next point. It's been a great hike. And going down through the washes, we've gone through a couple of these where you go down a pretty steep hill. Well, not steep, but it's muddy. And then up over to the other side and continue down the trail. Nearing the end of our trail. We got a nice little splash of color here. We've got a bunch of oaks and a bunch of cottonwood trees around here. That's a nice little splash of color.